Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Medical Qigong practice this Saturday morning. My name is Mary Frances. I'm one of Henry Welding's students. I think everyone here has been coming so they know who I am, so I don't actually have to say what, but just so it's said. Today we are working on the basic 8. We've already learned 1 through 5, and so we're going to be working on the 6th exercise at the end of class if you want to stick around. But let's go ahead and get going. So we're opening up about hip width, shoulder width apart. And we're going to warm up with our circular breathing this morning, which is the classic warm up of the basic 8. So we're settling into the space, allowing the bottoms of the feet to melt into the earth. We're softening the knees, relaxing the low back, relaxing the shoulders, and then allowing a little bit of space underneath the armpit area so that the arms move away just a tiny bit from the torso. We're softening the jaw, allowing the tip of the tongue to touch the roof of the mouth. And then taking the very top of the head and allowing it to reach up into the sky. Closing the eyes. Inhaling through the nose, we're guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling also through the nose, guiding the chi down to the perineum. Inhaling all the way up to the big spine point. And then exhaling to the palms of the hands. Repeating this route, inhaling to the lower dantian. Exhaling down to the perineum. Inhaling up to the big spine point. And then exhaling to the palms of the hands. Inhaling lower dantian. Exhaling perineum. Inhaling all the way up to the big spine point. And then exhaling to the palms of the hands. Now at your own pace, go ahead and allow yourselves to flow through this circular breathing. Allowing the mind to relax into the breath, the mind intent to relax into the circular route. Letting the chi circle down the front of the body and then up the back, down into the palms. Facilitating communication between all the organ systems. The top of the body and the bottom of the body. The front and the back. Staying with this exercise, allowing the mind to relax into the breath, allowing the breath to relax the body, allowing the chi to flow freely through this circular route. About one more time. When you're ready, gently opening the eyes and closing by bringing that left foot back to the right. That same mind intent, we're moving on to our lung, large intestines exercise. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling, exhaling. In, out. Inhaling and exhaling. Continuing on at your own pace, allowing the movement to be an expression of the breath. Getting ready to finish up. Releasing and closing. Our spleen stomach exercise. I'm going to add in the extra breath for the first couple ones. It's your choice if you would like the modification or if you want to jump right into the classic. So we're inhaling, exhaling completely. Inhaling, exhaling. I'm taking the extra inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. My extra inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to jump right into the classic way without the extra breath. You use the breath work that works best for you. About one more time on each side. And closing. Our heart, small intestine exercise. Gathering the claws in front of the lower dantian. Inhaling. Exhaling. About 2 more times. Getting ready to close, releasing, closing. And our kidney urinary bladder exercise. Opening. Inhaling. Pausing the breath. And then exhaling. In. And out. Continuing on. Allowing yourself to relax and flow through the exercise. About 2 more. And releasing. Closing. Our pericardium Sanjiao exercise. Inhaling as the palms come up. Exhaling fully. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. And out. Allowing the breath to draw forth the movement. About 2 more on each side. Getting ready to close. Closing. Keeping the feet together, bringing the palms together, transferring some of that wonderful chi to the palms. Really getting into the facial rejuvenation today, washing the face 9 times, adding in maybe just a little bit of extra pressure. But of course, only if it feels good to you. And then we're wiping the brow and underneath the eye 9 times. Once again, really getting in there, feeling the muscles. And then wiping up and down the nose, the entirety of the nose 9 times. Or circles inward and outward. Just underneath the pupils at the cheekbone. And then dredging the channels of the scalp with the fingers. Beating the drum. And then grasping the ears using all the fingers. Popping the cork. And then connecting the rin and the dew. Massaging the jaw, turning the head. And trying to keep the musculature of the jaw relaxed as you do so. Once you've done that 9 times, brushing down the throat 12 times total. And then down the breastbone 12 times total. Placing the palms at the lower dantian, circling up the right and down the left 9 times. And switching directions. Resting the palms at the lower dantian, closing the eyes. As we inhale, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing this energy to settle and store so that it may be used throughout the rest of your day. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing this energy to settle and store. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the mind to relax into the breath to relax the body, and the chi to settle and store. Thank you so much, everyone. If you would like, you can stick around and we're going to go over the liver gallbladder exercise of the basic 8. If you are going to run off, have a lovely rest of your day. Okay, liver gallbladder. We're going to go over the mechanics first and then go over the breath. Thank you, Alejandro. Okay, so we're going to open up hip width, shoulder width apart. Feet are parallel and they're going to stay parallel in this exercise. And the first thing we're going to do is actually open the eyes. So Henry's been talking quite a bit recently about the eyes and all of their liver energy. So this, and he kind of foreshadowed that yesterday when he was wrapping up the Chi Chat. This exercise is all about the eyes. So the first thing we're going to do is open up the eyes, nice and wide, wider than would be typical for you. So like the more relaxed gaze versus the big gaze. So you really want to open up those eyes. Then we're going to take the hands and bring them together in a little bowl shape. Right? So you want them nice and curved. We have our little bowl and we're going to take this little bowl and we're scooping up the chi, like the chi of the air, the chi surrounding us. And we're going to guide it up towards the eyes. But instead of actually making contact with the face, you're going to allow the hands, once they get, I don't know, I guess about 10 inches away from the face or so, you're going to allow the hands to come apart, and then you're going to take the thumbs, and then you're going to trace the thumbs from the side, the corner of the eyes, back around the ears, back underneath the ears and the jaw, and then you're going to push the palms flat out. Now this big wide gaze, theoretically, if you could, I can't do this, but if you could, the left eye would go to the back of the left hand and the right eye would go to the back of the right hand. You push both hands flat out, and then you're going to reach forward. Similar to Bend for Health, except for this one, even if you are super flexible, you want to give yourself some space between you and the floor. So you don't want to dip down too far. You want to give yourself like at least a foot up off the floor so you can rotate the wrists and gather more fresh chi. So you've got the energy, and then we're going to bring it up once again to the eyes, which are nice and big. We're splitting the hands, the thumbs are tracing around the ears, underneath and through the jaw, pushing flat out, and then bending forward. The backs of the legs are relatively straight. You don't want the knees super locked, but you do want them straight. And then we're rotating the wrists to gather the fresh chi, bringing it up to the eyes, which are nice and wide. Splitting the hands, thumbs are tracing around the ear, you're pushing flat out, and then leaning forward once again. Okay, so now we're going to work on the breath. Go ahead and release the hands, come back up to standing. The first part is it feels like a really long inhale, so once we get used to it, if you want to move a little faster, you definitely can. We're bringing the palms together to create our little bowl of chi. We're inhaling all the way up, inhaling through this Qi transfer, still inhaling as we push out, and then as we lean forward, we get to exhale. Rotating the wrists, gathering the Qi, inhaling. Allowing the Qi to enter and pass through the eyes. And then exhaling as we reach forward. Rotating the wrists, scooping up, inhaling. Eyes are nice and wide. Exhaling forward. Start playing around with what breath rate works best for you. The eyes are nice, wide, and open throughout the entire exercise. If you watch yourself in a mirror doing this, you might look a little crazy. That's okay, crazy's good. One more time. And then simply releasing the arms, coming back to standing. And closing, bringing that left foot back to the right. Okay, we have a little bit of picture time. All right, so we have, first I'm gonna focus on the eyes and this motion of taking the thumb, coming back from the corner of the eye towards the ear, and then just around the ear towards this space at the back of the head. If you want to take your thumb and just play around, or even your forefingers and play around the mastoid process, which is this bony thing, am I getting it right here? If you take one of your fingers and start at the highest point of the bone and then just move down, that's about gallbladder 12. And you'll notice that these points flowing around the ear, they're ones that are actually closer to the ear. That's the Sanjiao. This is the gallbladder channel. So about one soon up from the ear. If you on your own kind of palpate around and notice going from the apex of the ear up, there's a little divot perhaps in the skull. That's about the gallbladder line around the ear. We're guesstimating a little bit. And once again, when you're doing this exercise, you don't need to know exactly where this is, but it's kind of fun to feel the correlation between the exercise and the actual points. It's kind of neat. The gallbladder channel is the foot xiao yang channel, and it is the yang channel to the liver channel. The liver channel actually runs up this inside of the leg into the torso and the chest. The gallbladder channel starts up here and then zigzags around into the chest and then down the leg. So I cheated. This is from the Golden 8, but this is more from the base tape. Okay, too much talking. So when you have more time, if you want to just take your fingers and palpate around in your head, you can really feel there's lots of wonderful indentations and the musculature that is kind of neat with this exercise. So opening up, feet are hip width, shoulder width apart. We're settling into the space. bringing the palms together to create our little bowl of chi. And then we're inhaling, guiding the chi to the eyes. Exhaling as we fall forward. Gathering the chi, inhaling. And exhaling. Working at your own pace. About 2 more times. And closing. Keeping the feet together, we're going to do a short closing just to bring the chi back to the lower dantian. Inhaling, guiding the breath in the chi, the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up. Exhaling, allowing the chi to settle and store. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Guiding the chi to the lower dantian so that it may settle and store, so that you may use it throughout the rest of your day. Thank you, thank you, thank you.